In the hive, you will run for your life. Pressure's on, hit the water, you die. Spintown is coming for you. Death dealers will get you too. Start it first, and he flies right by. When he waves, you will die, die, die. Well, he's death dealing all over you. Spintown's gonna get you too. Spintown's gonna get you too.
Welcome to Spintown, everyone. We're here with your favorite map maker, Tim. That is, if you're a Death Run player, he's your favorite map maker, since he's made, I don't know, half the maps, it seems like. But Tim is going to talk about the 3 new maps that were updated, or added in the update, because he had a hand in all of them. So thanks for being here, Tim.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. So, of the 3 maps, do you have a favorite?
Gameplay-wise, it's Viaduct, and design-wise, it's also Viaduct. So yeah, Viaduct is my favorite map.
All right, and I'm interested in specifically the traps that you included in these maps. Not just because I saw some that looked familiar, but because I think you did a really good job of, even with the older trap ideas, of using them in different ways. And that's what I really harp on people who submit like maps to the forums. It's like, yeah, okay, it looks nice, but what's new? And I think these 3 maps are probably some of the best examples, if not the best examples, of adding new stuff, but also using old stuff in a new way that I've seen. So
yeah, there are actually plenty of new traps, especially on Gravity. Even though it's such a short map, there are so many new traps.
Yeah. So what is your favorite of the new traps? Just like totally new idea.
The bridges on Viaduct, the randomly falling ones.
The randomly falling bridges. Okay. And I remember you messing around with that idea because you.
Yeah, I've asked you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it is totally random which one falls. Right? No?
I hope so. I've only seen the second bridge fall once, and the first bridge fall, I don't know, 10 times or so. So it might not be completely random, but
okay,
you can definitely not predict which one is falling every time.
Okay, because I was curious. I was trying to figure out, okay, is it the first bridge that gets touched by a runner, or is it totally random? Because I kept going to the left, and the left one kept falling every damn time. But I eventually did see the right one fall too. So
for me it was the other way around. I always saw the right one falling.
Okay, so it must be completely random then. I just
wanted
to see the left one go. All right, so what trap is your favorite that is not new but used in a new way?
I kind of like the quad fire snake on Gravity, where it fires 4 times in a row.
The quad fire.
Yeah, that's kind of fun.
Wait, towards the end, that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I was actually surprised you said that one. I mean, it's not that it's a bad one, but I kind of liked a lot of yours a lot better as far as like new ones in a new way. For instance,
which is
speed combined with the fire snake. If you're going to pick a fire snake one, I love that. I thought that was awesome.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I'd have to say that's probably my favorite of the old ideas used in a new way. Because, I mean, not only are you combining the 2 traps there, or 2 ideas, one of them's not really a trap, but you also had the 2 shortcuts in there that are insanely hard. The 4-block Neo isn't, but the 5-block Neo is a bitch. I died so many times trying to do that. So that was my favorite by far. But overall, I think they were all great.
Which of the 3 maps is your favorite?
Well, I haven't really focused much on Gravity yet because I noticed when I first like played all three of them that I wasn't making much progress in getting better at any of them. So I focused only on Castle. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch a speed run that they posted, see what kind of a run I can get that's halfway decent, and then I'll move on to another one. So I did that, and I liked Castle. Then I went to Viaduct, and that's where I'm currently stuck at because it's hard as fuck. So Gravity will be next on my list, but I mean, I've played it enough. It's hard for me to rank them all. Right now, I say Viaduct's my favorite, despite being a huge pain in my ass. So, yeah, that's what I'll go with, Viaduct.
Okay, cool.
Now, were all three of these themes like your ideas, or did you just like take over projects other people were working on, work with them, or?
Oh, actually, Gravity was meant to be a Star Wars map from the new Star Wars movie, but that totally didn't work out. So I had to transform it into something else, and yeah, it was a space station. Surprise. Then Castle, which I made together with Lord DeWitt. We tried to make a map that kind of remembers the old maps, like High City, Cave, Prison, and Legacy. So we try to design it in such a way that you can see similarities between the old maps and Castle. So that was pretty much the theme for Castle.
Okay.
And then Viaduct actually started as a joke, because I wanted to see whether I can create a map with only right turns and as many as possible path overlappings as possible. So I tried that.
Why was this?
Just out of fun, I wanted to see whether it works or not.
All right. Well, I'm glad it turned into a real map, because like I said, it's my favorite so far. Now, have you tested them all out a whole bunch, like before you make them public, like as far as like being a death dealer and runner, or how does the testing work on these before you release them? Like how do you just get like a few people together, or is it a bunch?
The testing is actually most up to the developers.
Oh, okay, so you don't really have any hand in that then?
No, we play them a few times and just to see whether there are any major bugs.
Okay.
But I can't really make any gameplay adjustments after the testing.
Well, so far, I think they're pretty balanced, at least Castle and Viaduct are, as far as the Death Dealer and Runners, like, you know, gameplay. Because I've already hit 100 kills on both Castle and Viaduct. I haven't spent enough time on Gravity to know what is good for that map. But, and that's another thing I look for when you guys come out with new maps. It's like, alright, is this going to be another map where I'm going to get 25 kills if there's a speedrunner in it? So even with the speedrunner in this one, you know, I'm not going to get 100 kills normally. But I've noticed that it's not a total abysmal game.
Yeah, you should get a decent amount of kills.
Yeah. So I think it's at least very well balanced for two of them. I'll save judgment for Gravity later. How about this? What's the most surprising thing you've seen since your maps have been released, the three of them? Like somebody's done something you didn't expect as far as maybe a speed run or something.
I've seen the speedruns and I haven't seen so many surprises yet. There was one jump on Castle that I didn't notice when building the map. So I was kind of surprised about that one.
And which one was that?
It was when you go down after the automatic trap.
Okay.
You can skip the second lock.
Not the first one, but the second one?
Yeah, the second one. I only knew that you could skip the first one, but I didn't know it was possible to skip the second one as well.
I have not seen.
So that was kind of new to me. I think Casbro did it in a speedrun.
Oh, okay. I have to look at it. So he just goes from the first log to the third one?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to look at that then. Alright, I didn't expect to get speedrunning tips from you, Tom.
I'm not that bad.
No, you're not. But you're not Casbro either.
Yeah, that's true.
You're a lot better than me, so I wasn't knocking your speedrunning ability. I just don't think of you when I think speedrunner. I don't think Tim. I think awesome map maker when I think Tim.
Well,
um,
actually, your times are better than mine.
really?
Yeah, your total time is less than mine. Because
Eh,
I suck on maps like High City, I still have a minute 35 or so, because I've never managed to get the triple strafe done.
oh, we're gonna have to work with you on that then.
At
Like,
least not in one try.
okay, we'll get a video of you doing it at some point.
Oh no.
Yeah, every time we play now, I'm just gonna be going for High City until I see you do this jump. But okay, back to the maps. Have you noticed anything in your 3 maps that's been released that you want to go back and change? Either something that they didn't really code the way you liked with the trap, or just something that didn't work like you intended?
Yeah, there are a few things actually,
Okay.
but I don't really want to talk about that since I don't know whether they're going to change it. So if they don't, I don't want to blame anyone.
All right, that's fine. Let's see. Is there anything I would want to change about the 3 then? Because I don't care if I offend people. I'm just going to forget gravity altogether for now, since again I haven't enough experience with it yet. Castle. I can't really think of anything. I've heard people complain that that disappearing reappearing trap is too fast, but I love it. I love the fact that it's faster. Um, it's still not too hard. I mean, if you take it at a run, eventually, you'll learn when to jump and when not to. But I like the fact
Yeah.
that it's not that slow. Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Actually, on Castle, the invisible floor was not intended. It was intended to be different to what it is now. But I absolutely love the way it is now, because I wanted it to swap to a different path, not entirely swap the entire invisible floor.
Mm-hmm.
But the way it is now is absolutely perfect in my opinion.
I didn't know that was a mistake. I thought it worked pretty well. It totally fucked me up the first time somebody triggered it on me. I gotta admit. I mean, I was like, "What?" I know I was in the right spot, and then I looked down and I was like, "Oh shit, everything's different." So,
Yeah,
and
it's so cool actually.
yeah, and then on there's on Castle as well. The moving blocks later on, that fucked me up the first time I got to it. I didn't realize that was and I don't. It's not like the trap I built. Mine was like very symmetrical, but I like the fact that you trigger it, the blocks move, and then they move back. I love the idea that I came up with. I don't know if you came up with that before me or after me, but that trap screwed me over, and I loved it.
It's actually on gravity.
Oh, is it on gravity on that one?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Just curious, how many of mine ideas did you use? Because I think I counted 3. The invisible bridge with the mirror.
Yeah, that one is absolutely brilliant.
Did you do the TNT in front of the parkour because of me?
Yep, I did.
Okay, then that just reminded me of a complaint, and I like the idea still. I can't knock the idea since I came up with it, but it, the way it was implemented, it does not knock people back unless they're right up on it. The idea for the trap was to give them a longer time to trigger it and time it, and you have to be pretty close to actually get knocked back with it, at least in the attempts I've used it. Have you noticed that at all?
No, I haven't.
All right. Man, it'd be great. I don't know if they'll fix this. I can ask. I'll mention it, but I doubt it. But it'd be great if they could make it. You know where that pillar is? It's in the middle, the really high platform.
Yeah.
If they could make it like people get knocked back from there, if they get anywhere between that and the TNT, that'd be awesome. That's more of what I was expecting when I was coming up with that idea, because that gives the person doing the trap, a much easier time to actually, you know,
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, get the people. Because I totally missed the first time I used it. It's like, what? Okay, and then I waited until like they were right up on it, and I finally got somebody, and it was like, oh, okay, so they have to be pretty close. Was there anything else And the moving trap idea, was that you, or did you think of it after me?
Oh, I can't remember. Might be because of you.
I'm taking
Might
full
not.
credit for it then.
Okay, you
If you're
can.
gonna leave me room, I'm gonna sneak my foot in there and take the credit. But
I mean, I've built more than like 300 traps or so now
yeah,
on all the maps, so you can have the credit for one of them.
one of them, just one. We just cleared this up. I have credit for 3 now. Okay.
Yeah, 3 for one more than 2.
But so how do you keep coming up with like new ideas on your own, as far as like, since you've made so many already?
Usually I open the creative inventory, and then I look for blocks that I haven't used that much yet,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to come up with new ideas. Yeah, it takes some time, but
See,
it's
that's
not that hard.
a similar process to making parkour over on Spinkour, because I forget how many courses we even have now over there, but before Hasma and I got actual builders for the server, I was doing it all myself, and I just would run out of ideas, so I'd open my inventory, try to take out something that could be used in a different way than all the other blocks I'd ever used, and see what I could do with it. So it was the same
Yeah,
kind of process.
exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, you can take credit for even more traps.
What's that?
You know the trapdoor trap on Castle
Oh,
and
yeah.
on Viaduct? They were both inspired from traps that you made.
On Viaduct, you mean which one on Viaduct? The one on the ground where they close down.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't want credit for that one. I'll tell you why.
Yeah, it's not really useful.
Well, my idea was to have one of them go down, the one in the front, and then the one I guess the one you're going to be going to first, I should say. That one's supposed to go down. The other one's supposed to go up. It makes it a lot more useful, but you can still jump over it if you do that. So
Yeah, it's pretty hard, isn't it?
it's pretty hard, but you can do it, and that's why I like it. So because it gives the more skilled and people who know about it ahead of time, they have an advantage. It's a learned skill you can have to make you to be better at the map. But the way it is now, I can't really get too many kills with it. I'm lucky if I get somebody. But
And then, yeah.
I was gonna say I do like it though, because it's new. It's a simple idea that hasn't been used yet, so I like it. I just think it could be better. And what else was you gonna say? Because you was about to mention something else.
You know the wall trap on Viaduct where it spawns cakes?
Oh, from where I was testing out cake parkour.
Exactly.
That's nothing, Noah. That's not a trap. That's just
No,
a
it's
new
not.
block from a wall.
But it looks so
Yeah, I saw somebody post in the Death Round Discord.
Yeah, someone was
"What the fuck is
complaining
this?"
about it.
Yeah.
Mission completed.
Yeah, I didn't even realize what they were complaining about until after I played the map. I was like, oh, he used cake. Why the fuck did he use cake? Yeah, and that's actually what our theme for the current build contest is with Spinkour. The winner gets a $50 Amazon gift card if anybody wants to enter. But come up with a parkour idea using cake. You can use whole cakes, sliced cake, whatever. I want new ideas for cake parkour. Submit them over in the Spinkour Discord, people. There we go. I had to plug it. I only got like 3 or 4 submissions last time. I'd like to maybe get a half dozen. So. Alright, so which one have you spent the most time speedrunning? What's your best time? Thanks to Luke and his awesome website update.
Oh, has he updated it?
Yep. He's got now like deaths per map, so you can see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, which map has totally kicked your ass, and has your kill counts there as well. So it's really becoming a very useful tool. So which one are you the most proud of? 55 on Gravity, 117 Castle, 128 Viaduct.
Probably the 117 Castle.
117. See, that's what I
Yeah.
got right now. I don't really know how to improve my path yet from what it is. I'm just... I don't... I think I can get a 116, but to get faster than that, I need to take a different route.
I always screw up the last strafe on Viaduct. That's terrible.
Do you stray from that second log onto the platform, or where do you stray from?
I probably don't. Maybe that's why I screwed up.
Oh. Yeah, I got mine from watching, I think it was Kaz's video, somebody's video. He strafed off like the second log, landed on the platform, and just one jumped into the floor. So
I should try that.
it seems to work pretty well. You just have to have good momentum when you do it. So you got any Easter eggs in any of these that people should know about?
There are plenty of Easter eggs on all of them.
Plenty of Easter eggs.
Especially on Gravity, there are so many.
So do we get to know about these now? Or we get told about them, or do we gotta find them?
Oh, we can play around, and
Okay.
they are really easy to find. You just need to fly out the map. There's not much around, except for the Easter eggs.
Up to this point in the video, me and Tim weren't even playing Minecraft. But from here on out, we both opened Minecraft, got on the Hive, and we started playing Death Run. You're going to notice that the video is a lot more choppy from here on out because we kind of got off topic and there were some long periods where we just weren't talking much because we were trying to do certain thing. And so I cut that out, left the stuff in that's more relevant to, the topic of the video. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video and don't mind all the cuts from here on out. I'll try to finish as fast as I can, but this guy's kicking my ass. No! Oh, and I like your carpet fires on the pillars on this one, and how you use the... God damn it. Use my own trap against me. How you have like the heads there as like a little safety spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that idea, by the way.
Thank you.
I can't do the strafe there for shit, though.
What do you think about the parkour at the end? Or in like the second last section, where the parkour gets shorter over time?
Hold on. Where what gets shorter?
Hmm?
On this map right here?
Yeah, on this one.
Like past what you're talking about?
Well, where are you right now?
I'm at the visible bridge.
The mirror?
Yeah,
Okay, then come back.
come back. Okay. What am I looking at here?
This parkour, it gets shorter over time. It just happened. Every 10 seconds, it
Oh,
adds
does it?
another row. Yeah.
I didn't even fucking notice that.
Beginning, the parkour is quite hard. There are even some quad jumps in there. But over time, it gets easier for the not so good players.
Huh. I can't believe I didn't notice. Well, this is the one I haven't played a ton yet, but yeah, I didn't notice that. So when's it start to get smaller?
I don't really know, but I believe it starts only 30 seconds into the game.
Okay. So I probably am gonna... Like, it's probably shrunk a lot by the time I get here, because I'm horrible still. Oh, and this ice right here? I like how you did that. 2 different buttons for the 2 different kinds of ice.
Yeah, but unfortunately it doesn't give you kill credit, because the traps are overlapping, obviously.
Oh, okay, now I hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
I see spaceships. That's cool. This map looks a little bit better than some of the others from the outside. As far as, like, the stuff you're not supposed to see when you're racing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Who's this? We have... Is this Darth Vader and Luke fighting?
Oh no, it's actually from the news series. So it's Kylo Ren killing Han Solo.
Oh, okay. Don't know why I didn't recognize him. Let's see. Oh, very classic-looking saucer. What's the numbers for?
And they are binary for 42.
For 42.
Yeah.
So what significance does that number have?
Oh, 42, that's from a book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah, they built a giant computer to calculate the answer to life, the universe, and everything, and the answer is 42.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, not a fan of the series or book or whatever. So I did not know. So was there anything else there I didn't see that I was supposed to?
Oh, yeah, there actually was.
Oh, well, damn it, Tim. This is what you're here for. I'll do it again. What am I looking for this next time?
A red Tesla car flying in the air.
Red Tesla car. Okay, flying in the air.
You know, in February when a car was launched into space.
Yeah, I saw that. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. And I made that car with Spaceman and flying through space.
Right there is when you know you have too much money. When you just start putting your automobiles in space.
I know,
Run out of
right?
garage space. Where's it at, Tim?
You see the UFO?
Yes.
It's pretty close to that one.
Oh, okay. I see it right over there. Got it. Little space helmet on the top there. Yeah, it's nice. So, before we started recording, you said that all the good things about Castle were made by you, and all the things I disliked were by this Lord DeWitt guy, right?
Of course.
Okay. Just clearing that up.
So do you actually notice any similarities between Castle and the old maps?
Yes, but this one is done on a bigger scale. Like,
Yeah, it is.
not just like the runner hallway is taller, makes it look a little bigger as well, but you have some big ass rooms in this map too.
Yeah, we do. But especially the block palette we chose was inspired by especially Cave with the dark prismarine and the stone bricks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely the most old school of the ones you've submitted this time.
Oh, actually, there's another secret on this map. There is a creeper face again somewhere.
Oh, inside
You
the,
can.
the map?
I won't tell you.
Oh, come on, I took forever to find that one and didn't find it. You had to show me.
You found it for your own on Safari Valley, though.
Yeah, I found that one. Is this one harder than that?
Yes.
Alright, I'll look for it. If anybody finds a creeper face in this map, please direct message me on Discord and tell me where it is. Oh, shit. Ultra Gamer, you almost got me.
And then you see a big clay wall with loads of signs on them.
Clay wall with loads of signs, okay?
Yeah, and the signs tell a story.
Oh, I think Hazma found this the other day and he started reading it to me, and I was in the middle of a race and I was like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't listening too well, but yeah, okay. I'm recording this whole thing real quick. I can go back and read it. I don't know if they're going to get it read before the time ran out. That's kind of long. To be continued, what? Where is this going to be continued at?
I have an X map.
Like, is it on Viaduct? The rest of it?
No, unfortunately not.
Ah. See, that would have been cool. You could have tied all three maps together that way, man. You know, we could have went from
Yeah, that
one to
would
start
have
the
been cool.
story.
That would have been cool.
Alright, so is there nothing else out here then, aside from the story?
Just the creeper face, I think.
And there's creeper face out here, too?
No, it's actually on the inside, but you can't really see it from the runner lane.
You have to be deaf to see it?
No, you need to spectate.
You You need to spectate, but it
But
is
it's inside the mountains.
Okay. I'll try to do both Neos.
And I screwed up the last strafe again. That would have been a new record for me.
Okay, I just did both the Neos. What was your time going to be then, if you wouldn't have died at the end?
I would have been a 120 or so.
Oh, okay. I'm about to join you. There. So, where am I heading?
Out of the map behind. But it's quite huge.
Yes.
So I don't really know where to look. Also, it's not really too exciting.
I see a flag in one corner.
Oh yeah, there's a flag. And a small boat, right?
Okay. Is there anything else I'm supposed to be looking at aside from trees?
On the outside, due to some weird terraforming, there should be some sort of face.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. That's not natural.
No, but parts of it were.
Oh,
The
okay.
eyes and the big
I'm
mouth.
not buying that, Tim. There's quartz blocks there. I'm not that dumb. So, who was responsible for going through all the old maps? Did they just like break it up, say, "Hey, Tim, you get these, you get these, and this, you get right here, you get these 5," or what?
Yeah, we had a meeting where we just loaded all the maps and then everyone could pick a map and update the death lane.
Alright. Yeah, I'm wanting to do a video where I just go through all the old maps. It's just, I don't think it's going to happen until the 3 new ones get taken off the top for, like, selection every time. Just too hard.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't offend anybody too much then, but yeah, I don't really care too much either. I mean, because, if somebody did make a change that affects the Death Dealer in a great way on a map just from, like, moving where the button was, I'm sure they didn't realize it, but at the same time, there's at least 1 or 2 already that's been annoying. But it's so great not to have button stealers to deal with, though, now.
Yeah, it's so much easier to just press the slime instead of hitting the button.
I honestly didn't mind hitting the button part. It was just the button stealers. The button's fine. I don't mind the slimes either. But to me, the biggest thing was getting rid of the button stealers and being able to look directly at the people you're going to kill. Helps.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Try to be nice. Alright, well, Tim, thanks for talking about your new maps and the update, and for showing some of the Easter eggs that you've included around and in the maps. I hope somebody will find the creeper face and send me a screenshot, save me from having to look for it. But if not, I promise you I will eventually find it, because it's going to bother me, just like the other ones did when you told me about them.
I believe in you.
Well, you're one of the few, but if it's not me that finds it originally, I will at least have a screenshot, whether it's by me or somebody else, or forcing Wesley to find it for me. But again, thank you for taking time to do this, and I want to thank Lord DeWitt, who also contributed to your map Castle, or your guys' map. It's not just your map. So, yeah, everybody who thanks Tim all the time for submitting his incredible maps to the website should also do the same for him. He is just as responsible for the map as Tim, correct?
Absolutely.
Alright. I said it, Tim. You can pay me later, right?
Sure.
Alright. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Thanks for watching today's video. If you didn't get enough Spintown for today, you can click on this annotation right here to watch another recent video. Remember, there's a brand new video here every single Monday, so until then, spin out.